Okay, so we're recording. So I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Megan Carter. We also have Rachel Weiser and we have Courtney Williams. We are all triple diamonds, and we're just going to kind of dive into this and kind of show you guys how we're going to level up in our business, take our business next level, and put our game faces on and make our paychecks increase. So I'll go ahead and start off. So I want everybody to make sure you have a piece of paper out and make sure that you have a pen first. And I'm going to actually start a little bit about vision casting. So if you don't know what vision casting is, we're going to get our mind in the right mindset right now. We're going to talk about future things. I'm going to allow your brain and your mind to just expand in the next about 5 minutes. And I'm really excited for this, but you have to give me 120% of you right now. Like, turn off distractions, turn off music, close your door if you've got family around. Give me 5 minutes of just exclusive, just you time, because this is going to allow you to see where you're going to be in the next couple months. So what I want you to do is have your paper nearby, but I want you to close your eyes. And if something comes to you when I say these things, you'll see what I mean in just a moment, then write it down real quick, but then put yourself back into the mindset by closing your eyes. It's a big, big, big thing when you close your eyes, because you're allowing yourself to respect your body, respect yourself, and allow yourself to seep into your own mindset. So what I want you to do is close your eyes, and I want you to imagine right now it is September 28th, and we're all at green carpet, sitting in one of the seats, or you're at home watching the live broadcast from your couch, and it's the last 5 minutes of green carpet, and the promotion or bonus was just announced. How are you feeling right now? Are you excited? Are you anxious? Are you ready? Are you scared? If you're not feeling ready right now, then you need to make sure that you're starting your list. If you're prepared for the moment of when they announce whatever type of promotion, whatever type of bonus it is, I want you to feel so excited that when you leave that room, or when you turn off your TV, if you're at home on your couch, that you're like, I'm about to rank up, double, triple, and take this business to the next level. Are you feeling determined to reach that bonus? Who are you calling to hold you accountable to achieve that goal? So if you're diamond already and you're about to go double, who are you about to call and say, I'm about to go double diamond and bring in an average of $4,000 to $6,000. Hold me accountable because I need this for my family. Is it somebody in the business? Is it somebody outside the business? But who are you going to have help you hold you accountable? Okay, so we're going to move forward to October 28th. So it's October 28th. Our goal for everybody in this chat is to be diamond in the next 60 days. So that would put you at diamond at the end of October. So it's October 28th. And in my team, we talk about the end of the month isn't the last day of the month. The end of the month is the 28th. So that we have an extra little couple days to, first of all, relax and not stress ourselves out. We never want to be the last minute of the last day putting in orders, because you will stress yourself out to the max. So it's October 28th, and you're finishing up double checking your charts with your leaders. So the leaders are the people in your boxes. And you realize you officially hit diamond. You're just waiting for your eSuite to change to see next to your name, Emily McKenzie, diamond. Sierra Shepherd, diamond. Marla Kay, diamond. Nicole Hanel, diamond. Emily Jade, diamond. Rachel Weiser, presidential ambassador. Courtney Williams, presidential ambassador. Megan Carter, Presidential Ambassador. Carly Stapleford, Diamond. Amanda Calabu, Diamond. Courtney Francis, Diamond. LaShonda Fitzgerald, Diamond. Megan Hall, Diamond. Megan Sleeper, Diamond. Emily Jade, Diamond. When you see it, what are you feeling? Proud? Accomplished? Happiness? Relief? Who are you telling first? Is it a family member? Is it your spouse? Is it your child? Is it a friend? What will you do on the 29th? Are you celebrating? Are you pulling out your next chart? Are you helping your team hit their specific ranks? How many congratulation photos will you be posting on your team page? Whose photos are going to be on them? Who in your team is going to be hitting ruby, emerald, maybe even diamond with you? How is this business helping your team? We're going to move forward to one more day. This is the most important day. It's November 15th, payday. And you open up your eSuite and you click commissions, then you see your first diamond paycheck and it has a comma in it. What are you feeling? Who are you telling? How will this help your family? Where will you be sitting? What will be the first thing that you spend that first diamond paycheck on? How does it feel to know that your Christmas for your kids or your loved ones is covered? What will Diamond do for you? Okay, guys, open your eyes. How's everyone feeling right now? Isn't that crazy? If you really do put yourself in that mindset of already feeling the emotions of, I already did it. I already, for Rachel, Courtney and I, we are imagining presidential ambassador. And when I was preparing this for you guys, it was literally an out of body experience because I started to actually believe I am presidential ambassador. And even just reading those out to you guys, I remember the first time I saw my first diamond paycheck and what that did for my family, and seeing the comma. It wasn't even the money, but it was the moment that I was proud of myself, because for so long I wanted to see that comma because I know what it was going to do for my family. But I was so proud of myself that I never gave up and I put in the effort. And I want that feeling for every single one of you guys on or before October 28th. And even if you don't hit it on October 28th, it's okay, because you're one step closer to hit it the next month. But our goal, and as your triple diamond leaders, is to help you achieve it by that October 28th, because every single one of you guys on here deserves it. You're worthy of it. We believe in you. And that's why we've specifically chosen you guys to be in this Fab Five chat with us. Whew, okay, so now that we know that we're going there and how we're gonna feel when we get there, where we're gonna be sitting, what clothes we're gonna be wearing, who we're gonna be telling, who's gonna be holding us accountable, we're gonna kind of lead into the core of what this training is gonna be about, which There's going to be 3 different kind of sections. I'm going to start off, and then Courtney is going to take over, and then Rachel's going to take over. And we have so many incredible tips. And I think 2 main questions that we get is, what does it really take to go diamond? Like, what are you actually doing to go diamond? And then the other one is, what does your day look like when you're trying to go diamond? And so we're going to be going over those 2 things. Okay, so let me grab my notes for this. I'm a note taker, so I have to kind of have a guide. Okay, so, oh, actually, I'm not going to start. Courtney, you go ahead and start with the 2 things that you're going to be talking about.
Okay, hey guys, so you really shouldn't have had me go first because I'm literally crying right now. You brought out my yellow side. I don't know if you saw in the chat. I told you I was going to be yellow or red. So it looks like yellow it is, but I feel like my topic has to be a little red. But I'm just going to be talking about sacrifices and dedication with you guys, because when you think about, I know when you think about like, what do I need to do to be diamond? You know, I want to be diamond. You know, all of that Megan just said sounds great in my head, and you know, when I'm in that moment thinking I already made it, that sounds great, but how do I get there? And so, you know, first thing I always think about is like, what are the tasks that I need to do and things like that. But something that also comes with it is like, what is it going to take, not just task wise and like doing it, but like, what are the other things that it's going to take, you know, mindset, dedication, you know, what sacrifices are you going to have to make and things like that. And I think that all comes down to the core of how much do you really want it? Because if you just kind of want to be diamond, like that would be great, but I'm kind of cool with just like an extra $500 a month. Then you're probably not going to do these extra things to help you get diamond. And I truly believe that the sacrifices and the dedication are over 50% of what's going to push you over the edge of actually being diamond. You know, you can message people all day long, but if you don't have that dedication, you're never going to get there, because you're always going to find a way out. You're always going to take that loophole of, you know, giving up or doing it the next month, pushing it off and things like that. And so the first thing I want to, and I want to say enunciate, I don't even know, but like stress is running your auto shipment and your $20 website. Obviously, you should be running your website every single month, because if you can't look at eSuite, you're never going to promote because you have no idea what's going on your chart, on your team, your volume, like you don't know any of that. And so make sure you're absolutely running that, but also running your auto shipment. And even if you haven't been consistent with running it in the past, like making sure you're running it during promotion months, because during a promotion month, you want to know where you're at every single time. So if you're not showing commission qualified, you don't know where you're really at. Are you showing as an emerald? Are you showing as a ruby? Like, what the heck is going on? And so just for that, that's one reason. But another reason is, you know, when you're ordering those products every month, especially during a promotion month, you know, I gave my girls a tip this week to order at least 1 product for yourself. And go live or do a video every single day of using that product. So whether it's celery juice or whether that's keto coffee, being consistent with that, like on your stories or whatever, use those products to help you boost your business during that promotion month. And so that's just super important to make sure you're doing those, because that kind of shows, that also shows us as leaders, like, okay, she's serious, she's running her auto shipment, I can trust that she's really in on this promotion. You know, if you're not running your auto shipment, sometimes we're kind of like, okay, are you in, or are you just in it for when you go diamond, or are you in it for the investment until you get there? So I just kind of want to talk a little bit about that. But the next thing about like sacrifices and dedication is, I always tell myself like, okay, what do I want now versus what do I want in the end? You know, then, you know, if I'm sitting on the couch today watching Netflix, I'm like, man, I just really want to sit here and watch Netflix. I don't really want to, I want my phone to be over there against the wall charging. Like, I don't want to do anything. But then when I think about what Megan just said and hearing my name have presidential after it, I'm like, okay, but that's what I want in the long run. So is that going to be worth, you know, pushing myself when I really don't want to do it, so that I can hear that behind my name and have that, you know, extra paycheck and, you know, reach that goal that I have? Like, yeah, it's going to be worth it. When you think back, like, we can all tell you, you know, when we hit triple, did we ever look back and be like, dang, I wish I would have watched that Netflix show that one day, you know, or like, man, I wish I would have gotten an extra 30 minutes of sleep that day because I really shouldn't have woken up for that power hour, you know, like we never thought that, because it's so worth it. And any of those sacrifices that you make during a promotion month, or, you know, a few month push for a promotion, are always going to be worth it. And you're not going to care about them afterwards. You're only going to care about it in the moment. And so just remembering, like, I have to remind myself that day after day, you know, okay, I'm sitting here watching TV, but is that really what I want for my future? Or do I really want to sit here as a triple for the rest of my life? No, I want to move forward, so I have to get my butt up and go do something about it. And then the other thing is, you know, this kind of goes along with it, but give up what's not growing your business. Is Netflix growing my business? No, so I really don't need it. You know, I'm trying to think of other things, but like going out to a movie every single night, is that growing my business? No. Is that needed for my life? No. You know, and I'm not saying, you know, don't go have fun with your friends, don't go out with your spouse or have a date night or whatever. That's obviously things that you kind of have to balance, like, what do you need and what are things that you just want that you really don't need for your business and your life. You know what I mean? And, you know, I'm not saying give up time with your kids and your spouse and all of this and just make your life 100% business. That's not what I mean, because that's not healthy and that's not going to help you get there. But giving up those things that kind of have that leeway of like, okay, I could give up, you know, have one date night a month, or, you know, hang out with my kids every Friday and have like a special time for them, but then make sure that I'm doing my business at other times and things like that. So you kind of have to decide what those sacrifices are for yourself. And also talk to your family and your spouse about it. Whoever, you know, like every time that I'm going through a promotion, I have a conversation with my family and also my boyfriend, because they're the ones that are going to take the brunt of it when I'm not responding as quickly, I'm not coming to visit, you know, things like that. And so I straight up am like, listen, I'm going through a promotion month right now. It's not always going to be like this, but for this month, like like I live 2 hours from my family. I'm like, I'm probably not going to come visit very much, you know, until after this promotion. You know, with my boyfriend, I'm like, listen, we're going to hang out, but I'm probably going to be on my phone more than I would any other month. And they kind of understand that and have that conversation of, okay, what's that balance look like for you? And including them in it, because when they feel like you're boxing them out and here's your promotion, but here's them and they're just left over here, they're going to get offended. But when you're including them, you know, my boyfriend will be like, hey, how many triple threats did you get today? Or how much volume do you have left? How many DTs do you need? You know, things like that. Like, it makes them excited for you, so that when you hit that promotion, it's all of you are excited, not just you. And so that makes it even better and more exciting too. What else was I going to say?
Can I add on to what you said?
Yeah.
Because I put in the chat that I realized if someone watches the recording, they're not going to see the chat. So when you're talking about TV and Netflix, I've always heard this saying, there's no BV in TV. That's always stuck with me. Like, when we promote, we need bonus volume. Every product has a bonus volume associated. We get paid on bonus volume, BV. And so when I heard there's no BV in TV, I'm like, that is so true. And so the month that I went diamond, I actually taped my diamond chart. It was a blank one, but it was just a reminder every single time that I wanted to go sit down and watch TV, because I love like binge watching Netflix. That's just, I like doing that. It's like my outlet. But I knew that if same thing what Courtney said, if I wanted to make a change, I had to make a change. And so I actually printed out a blank diamond chart and I taped it on my TV. So that, first of all, I couldn't watch TV. Actually, I unplugged the TV also. But it reminded me, like, don't sit down, don't watch TV, get your butt up and do your work, because that's what you're working toward. And then talking about sacrifices, I was talking to Kelsey Thornton, Ambassador Diamond Kelsey Thornton, and she did a training recently, and she was talking about sacrifices. They're not really sacrifices for us. It's just investments. So we invest in we're allowing ourselves to not do one thing to be able to invest in our future. And so kind of like what Courtney said, like, instead of going to the movies, you're making a sacrifice, but you're without spending, first of all, not spending $20 to go to the movies, you're investing in your future time and putting in the work in your business so that you can go later on to 5 movies a day if you wanted to do that. Or if you wanted to go to a drive-in movie in Colorado and you live in Florida and you want to take a flight, you can do that. And what just came into my mind was the Dave Ramsey, the quote where live like no one else so that you can live like no one else later on. And so right now we're living like no one else by putting in the work right now so that later we can live like no one else and live an abundant life because of all the work that we're putting in now. I just had to say that.
Yeah, and someone just put in the chat, what is an acceptable or healthy amount to watch TV? My husband always wants me to watch a show with him when he gets home from work. Is that okay? So I think that's kind of balanced for you guys. First of all, conversation first. So you have to have that conversation with him just to say like, hey, I'm going for a promotion. And I think like if that's your guys' thing to spend quality time together, I don't think it's a bad thing. But I think what Megan's talking about is like binge watching Netflix. I think it's okay to like, you know, sometimes I'll work for an hour and I need a break, you know, so whatever you want to do to have a break, I'll go watch one Netflix show and then come back and do more work or whatever I need to do. And I think it's just balance and not making sure that you're not binge watching and wasting your time, but as long as you like get your work done and everything, and that's your guys' quality time. Obviously you need to spend time with your husband, so if that's what you guys want to do, that's fine. I think it's just balance, and everybody's going to be different. Like for me, like I could completely give up TV and it wouldn't affect anything, but everyone has different schedules and different things that like obviously that's your guys' quality time. So I think everybody's looks a little different, but just along with that, like just think about like think in your head right now, like what are, you know, 3 things that I could give up that would benefit my business, my promotion, but wouldn't take away from, you know, your healthy relationships, your children, your husband, like all of that. Like think about like 3 things that you could give up and that would benefit your business. Like for me, it would probably be like less Netflix, no naps. I don't really take naps that often anymore, but like just giving that up, because when you're on for a promotion, like first of all, you should have so much adrenaline that you don't want to do any of that. You know, like when I'm like pushing for a promotion, I'm like so pumped. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. Like I probably can't sit still because I'm so like anxious and like pumped up, if that makes sense. And that just comes naturally when you're telling yourself every day, like I'm already hitting this promotion. I'm already hitting this promotion. So it's just a matter of fact of doing the work to get there. I'm going to stop talking. Somebody else can go now.
I was going to say, start putting those in the chat so that we can read them, because there might be something that you are going to be giving up that would inspire us to give up something else. Like one of mine is like, as soon as I drop my son off at school, instead of most of the time I come home, I kind of clean the house, I kind of eat drink my coffee, kind of like mosey around a little bit. Like I want to like drop him off at school, do my workout in the morning, take my shower, and while I'm showering, do my self-development and do a power hour before 10 o'clock. Like I want a full power hour, 6 lists done before 10 o'clock. And so basically giving up my lackadaisical morning and being more intentional of what my mornings are going to be like is going to be one of my biggest things that I could change in mine. So go in there and give us some ideas of what you're going to be giving up to be able to get more later. Okay, so I guess I'll go into mine, which is going to be, I'm going to be talking about consistency and showing up. And I'm so glad that I get to do this one, because when I'm talking to you, I always say, whenever you point the finger at somebody else, there's 4 fingers pointing back at yourself. So whenever I say like you have to do something, I'm also like giving myself a pep talk, because I have to also be consistent and I also have to show up. And so when talking about consistency, what I want you guys to do is I want you to be realistic with your goals, but I want you to crush those realistic goals. But when I say that, being really realistic, push yourself a little bit more than what you're normally going to do. So if you're going to say, you know, I'm going to do my 6 list and I'm going to reach out to 20 people today, push yourself to do 21 people, maybe 30 people. But you find out what that number is for you and crush it. Do not go to bed until all those goals that you just placed for yourself is done. When it's promotion time, so everyone on this Zoom right now is going for their promotion. You guys have all said, I want it, I'm going to do it. What do I do? Tell me and I'll do it. So what you need to do is do your 6 list, then do it again. Then do it again. And again. And so it's putting in massive action to see massive results. And I'm going to put in our team chat, it's a little, I guess, photo that will hold you accountable. I'm going to put it in there right now, and gives you a checklist of what you can do every day. So if you're a checklist person, highly recommend printing this out. If you're not a checklist person, I still highly recommend printing it out, because it'll hold you accountable. So on the checklist, it looks like this. It gives you a week-long So you've got Monday, self-development. When you do self-development, you can check it off. But what I want you guys to do is by holding yourself really accountable for that, I want you to put specifics in there. So if it's 30 minutes of self-development, write in 30 minutes self-development, and don't finish your self-development until all 30 minutes is done. If you did 15 minutes in the morning and maybe 15 minutes at night, totally fine. But you're giving yourself that goal and just crush that goal. You know, adding new friends on Facebook. Minimum, I would say 40 to 50 people a day. Different times throughout the day though. Don't do it all at once. I add people to my network when I pee. That's my time. I know I'm going to add at least 40 to 50 people because I pee 4 to 5 times a day. I drink a lot of water. But you can easily get 10 people done like that when you're peeing. And it holds me accountable. Following new people, same thing, adding to your network. Happy birthday messages. But give yourself a number, not just a check mark. Give yourself a number. And every day, challenge yourself to do a little bit more the next day. And who knows? You know, you might start with 20 people you're reaching out to, and then by the end of it, it's 150 people you're reaching out to, but it's your goal and you crush it. And just like Courtney said in the beginning of this, it's finding out how bad you want it and putting in the effort to get it. I think a big thing with us is that we want someone to say, you have to do this, 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 and this, and then you'll be there. But it's different for everybody. Everybody's journey is different. So the way that I went diamond isn't going to be the same way you go diamond. But it's just knowing that it's massive action to get massive results. So how committed are you going to be to do that? When I went triple diamond, I literally didn't sleep for I felt like a month. Because I was like, triple diamond will just change the entire future for my son and I. When I went diamond, I felt proud. When I went triple, I felt hope. I felt that I know we're not going to have to worry about things in the future. I know that, you know, college is going to be able to be paid for. I know that our debt is going to be paid off. I know that when my son asks mommy, can I get a new bike? My friend has a red bike and my blue bike is falling apart. Can I get a new bike? I could say yes. But for me to go triple diamond, I had to go double diamond. For me to go double diamond, I had to go diamond. I had to go emerald, had to go ruby. So it's all a stepping stone. But what ends up happening is every time you hit a different rank, it's just more action. Massive action, massive results. Okay, so if you guys haven't, also, I'm going to put it in the chat as well. I've made a 6-list video. If you haven't watched it, I would highly recommend watching it as well, because I'm not going to go over like 6 lists and stuff, because we should know it by now. Hopefully you guys know it all. But if you don't, in this video, I've gone over, like, I'm talking specifics. I show you guys like my phone, how to put a poll on a chat, on a story, like everything is super, super, super detailed and specific. So I'm going to put that also in our chat so you guys have that too. Make sure that you're watching that. And I really, really, really encourage you, everything that we teach you in the next, you know, couple months, bring it back down to your team, because everything that we're going to be teaching you is going to be duplicatable to you, but then duplicatable to your team. And it's what's going to end up happening is we're going to teach you, you're going to teach them, they're going to teach it theirs, and it's just going to keep going. Just going to keep going. And that's how your business is going to explode. Courtney, you want me to say the tips right now, or you want me to wait till the end? That I was talking about? Okay. Okay, grab your piece of paper out, you guys. Here's for the people who are red and green. You want to know specifics of how to do massive action and take your regular action and just take it to the next level to get more results. Write these down. Share them with your team. They're gold. Because what I did was I talked to many different leaders. They're all diamond and above, and compiled a list of different things that we're already doing every single day. But I asked them, okay, if we could take that to the next level, what would you do? Or are you already doing it? Like, tell me more. And I compiled a list. I'm going to keep doing this throughout the next couple months and just continue this list. So I'll probably just keep like randomly putting it in this chat for you guys to have as well to continue to your teams. But I mean, it's little tweaks of what we're probably already doing that will give you even more results. So I'm literally just going to bullet point these. So, okay, number 1, be prepared for green carpet with lists ready. PDT, PLC, make sure the person's name has a phone number next to it, and if you want an email next to it, make sure they have whatever products that they're interested in. So if they want to cleanse, thermophyte, wraps, like write in individually. Because let's say they say like BOGO wraps, maybe that's the promotion. No one knows what the promotion or the special is. But let's say they do that. All you have to do is go down your list. It's already done. You already know who you're going to be contacting. And anybody who has wrap next to their name, you're going to contact. Because you've already had a conversation with them. You already have your list ready. If you want to take it a step further, put everything in your Connect app. There's going to be a lot more training in the next couple of months for the Connect app, so kind of stay tuned for that. Through Corporate's going to do more training. But in the Connect app itself, there is actually some really good training videos already in there. It's under resources, videos, and then you can like watch those, and it does help with the beginning steps of how to use the Connect app. But if you want to take it to the next level, instead of having lists, have all your lists in your Connect app. So all you have to do is press a button, and it messages all those people for you at one time. Okay, number 2, polls. So make sure you're posting on your stories every single day with a poll. Instead of saying swipe up or comment below or whatever like that, put 2 arrows pointing down on your poll, put the arrow signs, and say pick one. Make sure your polls are 2 positive things. I want this, I need this, order me 2, I gotta have this in my life, I wanna join your team, I'm ready, I'm interested. Something that like they don't have an option to say no. And put your poll on the left side of the screen. The reason for that is because everybody's so used to going click, 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 click on the right side to get the next one. So you'll have less people that are like, oh, I didn't mean to click that, because they're intentionally going to the left side of your screen to click the poll. And she even said like left, like down further to the bottom. So if you want to be specific. Doing a business post, a product post on your story every day, and then drip in different parts of your life in there, videos, lives, all that kind of stuff. But the more you do on your stories, because of the algorithm, the more people are going to see your regular posts as well, because 85% of the people on Facebook now and on Instagram don't look at news feeds. They look at stories. So if you're not doing stories and putting polls on them, both product and business every single day, you're missing out. Okay, number 3, live. This is something many different ambassadors, presidentials, triples are giving this suggestion. Go live every single morning. If it's you making coffee, you drinking celery, even if you don't have those products, which I highly recommend if you don't have them yet, at least commit to the next 2 months, let's say 3 months of doing keto coffee. Split your keto coffee in half if you need, so that it lasts you a full month. But make your keto coffee live every single morning, telling people the convenience of it, what it will do for you. Ask people, ask them questions in the live. Get them to get to know you. It's okay if your kids are going crazy in the back, or you're in your t-shirt and you just woke up, your husband's t-shirt or whatever. It's totally fine. Be you. You don't have to get all dolled up, but go live. Especially if you're up in the morning time, like when people are already getting ready for work and everything, because a lot of times people don't even check the news anymore. They check Facebook for things. And because people aren't looking at news feeds anymore, they're going on stories. So they're going to come across your story of you making the skinny coffee and you're drinking your coffee, and they're going to be interested. Hashtag Wrap Wednesday. If you guys have any wraps at home right now, pull them out after this video and commit to wrapping yourself every Wednesday until you run out of wraps. And go live. Wrapping. Super uncomfortable. I'm literally feeling like hives just thinking about it. But I used to do this when I started the business, and it was epic because people would see it. I'd talk about it. I'd be like, oh, it smells like a spa. I would talk about how it looks like a woman's pad, but you just put it on your body, and like bring humor into it, and just having fun with it. And a lot of times I'll do like, if you want a free wrap, comment wrap below. And I'm like, not like a waka waka wrap. And everyone always laughs when I say that, but like a WRAP. And what I'll do is at the end of the month, I'll do some type of a drawing for the people who commented like wrap or keto coffee if I'm doing live of keto coffee. And, but you know that like you're being interactive, you're having them comment like, where are you from? Comment your state below, you know, how many kids do you have? If you need more energy, comment a 4 below, you know. Be careful though, because Facebook algorithm now, I just read this 2 days ago, Facebook algorithm is actually filtering lives. So if you're saying like, drop an emoji below or text the word blah, 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 they're hearing those things because they're monitoring lives now. So just be careful with your word. You could say like, smash the heart button below, and that's a little bit better than saying like, give me some hearts, because that's like a common thing that people are saying. Just be authentic, be you, but be unique. Oh, and then here's where you can take it to the next level. So if you're talking about wraps, you're wrapping live. After the live is over, and I would even say in the live itself, talk about it. Like, I'm gonna post some before and after pictures below. After this video goes live, the recording goes live, or after the recording gets posted after being live, you'll see a whole bunch of before and after pictures of friends of mine who have some incredible results. Go under there and check those out, or something like that. And post specific. So if it's a wrap, post a neck wrap, post a stomach wrap, post a leg wrap, post different type arm wrap, different things, because not only are people going to be interested in like what you're talking about, especially if they're going to be staying on the video the whole time, which is rare, because 9 times out of 10 when I go live, there's like 2 people on, and one's probably my mom. But 24 hours later, it's like 400 people viewed it. Did they watch it all? Probably not. Did I get comments on it when I say like, comment wrap below? Yep. So I know people are watching afterwards. And then what I would also do is put customer reviews underneath the, like if you were putting the before and afters, put a customer review in there. And you can find on Pinterest, you can find like customer reviews of all of our products. You can find in Pinterest, you can find a whole bunch of before and afters. You can use the Connect app. You can use, I don't know, all of our team pages have some type of a before and after file or something like that. Okay, number 4, reaching out to people. Oh, okay, this is Rachel's. I'm totally not going to take it. This is all on Rachel, and I love you for this, because I've been doing this just the last couple of days, and I'm like, thank you, Jesus. This is so simple. Okay, so when you're reaching out to people to interact, Rachel and I were talking about, yes, in promotion months, massive action, massive results, but you have to start with a small action, do it, then do it again, then do it again. It's a system. Do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. So this is what she came up with. It's called a 3-2-1 interacting. I freaking love this. When you're gonna go interact, 3, go interact and plant a seed about the business. So you're planting a seed. You are messaging from today on, you are messaging with Ford distributors, period. I watched a video, and it was Jocelyn Yates. She said today, she said, if they accepted your friend request, or if they accepted your following and following you back, that is like your print permission to message them about the business. And I was like, okay, she said it, I'm gonna do it. And so just asking them, just being transparent and just saying like, I don't know if this is for you. It may or may not be for you. It could be for your sister. It could be for your cousin. I don't know, but I feel like I just need to say it. So I'm going to go with my gut feeling and say it. Like, would you ever consider doing what I do? Do you see what they say? Most of the time they're like, what do you do? But what they're going to do, they're going to go to your Facebook page, or sorry, Facebook story, because they're not looking at their page anymore. They're looking at your story. And if you're being consistent with your business posts, telling your story and your own, like making your own, that's another thing that I'm going to start doing, is making my own stories of like my story, and learning how to say my story in like 10 different ways, 100 different ways. and making different slides for my story and putting it on, they're going to get to know you more because they're going to go look at that story and they're going to be like, oh, okay, what is she doing? Oh, she's got a lot of friends and, you know, they're on the beach, they're hanging out, she's making money. Hold up, she's just made $500 sitting on her phone, on her couch. What's going on? Then they're going to see products. They're going to see before and afters. They're going to see you and your kid drinking slushies. Like, they're going to see little bits of you through your story. So they're already going to know a little bit about you. And then most of the time they're going to be like, what do you do? Acting all like they didn't just look at your story, even though you can see they viewed it. And so 3, go plant the seed for the story with 3 people who watched your story. So you know how you can go to your story on the left-hand side, you can click the little eyeball looking thing, it's like a number now, and then you can see, go in there, and as long as they're not a distributor, go in there and plant a seed for them about the business. Just throw it out there. I don't know if this is for you or not, but would you be open to knowing about it? So 3, 2, go and interact and plant the seed for 2 people who host a post for you. And then one person who liked your post on your wall. So it could be your post from yesterday, it could be your post from today. But if you stick to that 3, 2, 1, it makes life so much easier. Instead of being like, are they active online? Are they, you know, I'm not really sure who I want to contact. Is it a friend of a friend? Is it the S's in my friends list? Just 3 people, because you know that they know something about you. You've already had a conversation with them because they've seen your story, they've done a host to post for you, or they like something on your page. I love that. I love it. And it's been working really well. Okay, so next one. Messaging potentials always end in a conversation with an enrollment or a date of follow-up. So if you didn't end the conversation in an enrollment, so if they didn't sign up as a customer or a distributor, then end the conversation with, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and follow up with you on Thursday. What's a good time for you? Or I flat out ask people if they're like, I really want it, but I just don't have the money. I'm like, okay, when's payday? I just flat out ask them now because I know they want it. And most of the time it's money that's holding them back. And I just flat out ask them, and I've gotten responses now, and I'm like, okay. When I went diamond, and triple, gosh, my calendar was filled with people. So I'm a writer. I don't know if you guys are writing or if you're more technology, but like I'm a writer for sure. And I have to have a calendar. So my calendar was like full of people who I was going to be following up with. This person's going to start on this day, follow up on this person on this day, and everything. And then Facebook came out with the reminders where you can click the little button on the bottom left of the messenger. It's like, I think it's 4 little buttons, little dots, and you can click reminders, and Facebook will send a reminder to your potential, and it'll literally say, what I do is I'll put the title of it, and I'll say, you know, Jessica wants to get triple threat, 40% off, and I'll set the time. So if she said 4 o'clock on Friday, I'm like, cool, 4 o'clock on Friday. What's going to happen is at 3 o'clock, so an hour before you set the time, it's going to send her a reminder. It's going to pop up, notification. It's going to say, Jessica, order triple threat, 40% off. And it's going to send you a reminder. So there's been so many times, especially when I went triple, because there's so much going on that I completely forgot that this person was going to order. And I know that sounds crazy, but it just happens because you're massive action. You're doing so much stuff. And I would get a notification, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot. Brittany's about to sign up. I text her, and I'd be like, hey, are you ready? Go ahead and send me the information. And she's like, okay. And if I didn't have the reminder, I could have lost that sale. So use the reminder app. You can also use the Connect app for that too if you want to get fancy with it and everything. It does a lot of reminders as well. Oh, I thought something when I was saying that. Darn it. Maybe it'll come back to me. Okay, if you're going to interact with a question. And if it's not a question that you're like asking them about them or anything like that, end your sentence in a question. When you're talking to a potential customer or distributor, I try all the time. It's kind of hard if you think of it. After I like type anything in the thing, I now try to end in a question so I can keep a conversation going rather than have it like dead of like, the loyal customer program is da 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 da. And they're like, okay. So at the end, I'll add like, how does that sound? Is that good? Are we cool? So that they can at least have some type of a comeback, and the conversation keeps going. Okay, happy birthdays. Voice message, happy birthdays. That was so good. Rachel, that was another one from Rachel. She said what she does is she makes it like a generic voice message and saves it like to her phone. And you can even like send it to yourself if you want. Like you can literally type in your name in the search bar. You can click yourself. You can send the voice message to yourself, or you can make it on your own like messenger. Keep it in that because it kind of keeps it organized. And you can just send that voice memo to the happy birthdays instead of like texting it to them, because Facebook algorithm, it's going to see like a copy and paste, or it's going to see the same exact wording, and that could flag you. But in a voice message, they can't hear that of what we know so far. They're not checking those. But the voice messages, it's so easy to just go boop, right over to them. And you can say something like, hey, Carly, happy birthday. I'm so excited. You're turning, actually, no, the 20. Hey, Carly, happy birthday. Are you doing anything for your birthday this weekend? And just kind of keep it simple. But turn the happy birthday into, this is what I do. I turn it into, hey, I know it's your birthday, and I'm doing a $200, whatever the giveaway is, a $200 giveaway this month, and I want to give you a free entry since it's your birthday. Boop, post to post. So simple. So that's how you can like take it to the next level, is do the host to ask them to do a host to post. Okay, I'm gonna do this one really quickly because I know we're running out of time. Okay, 2-2-2 rule. This is from Morgan McIntyre, or Martin now. This is for new loyal customers, because I know we're gonna be focusing a lot of like distributors, then volume and all this stuff, but you don't want to forget about when they sign up as a customer to like forget about them, because then in 3 months from now, nothing happens. You don't never want to be that person who like it's day 85 and you're like, how's everything going? And never had a conversation with them at all. And they're like, I haven't even taken the product. So having some type of communication with them. So I got this from Morgan Martin. It's awesome. So the first thing that I personally do is I have pre-written out thank you cards, and stamps are on them. My label's already on them. Everything's ready to go. And I write them a handwritten thank you card for just choosing me to be their distributor, trusting in me. I'm so excited to see the results. Don't forget to take your before and after pictures, before and after pictures, so that we can see their results after 90 days. Make sure you text me when you get your products. I'm so excited. Super simple. And I send that out. You guys have no idea how many people have texted me back and they're like, that meant so much to me. I haven't gotten a handwritten card in years. And I think it only costs like maybe $20 total between stamps, cards, and all that kind of stuff, because I got my cards at Dollar Tree. And then Target was a new one because they had a good special on them. But from Morgan Martin, what she does is the 2-2-2 rule. So she sets reminders in her phone. She has text replacements already set up. And what happens is she signs a loyal customer, and she goes into her calendar of her phone, and she says, 2 days from the day that they signed up, reminder, and just types in 2 days. And this is what she says to them. Thank you for choosing me to order your products. Thank you for choosing me to order your products from. I really appreciate it. You'll be getting 40 to 75% off discount for life. And just a little extra something special for you. For every order that you place with me, you'll get 10% back and what's called a perk point. And those perk points you can use after your 3rd month as money off your future purchases. How does that sound? So you're already telling about the perk point. You're already telling about like, you get this discount for life. It's not just like a 3-month thing, like you get it forever. And then, which I'll give you guys all these things in the chat in just a moment, so you're not like writing like crazy. Then at 2 weeks, you set another reminder. And it says, hey, whoever it is, just wanted to check in with you and see if you received your products yet. Okay. Just having a conversation. 2 months is a PLC. Oh God, this is so good. When I heard this on one of her training videos, I was like, woo! Taking that. So if it's somebody who it just wants to use the products more, you could say, hey, Jessica, I know your third month is shipping out soon, and I know you're loving your products. Not sure if you want to continue using the triple threat, hair, skin, nails, or switch it up for a different product. If you do another 90-day challenge, I will give you a $50 bonus. How does that sound? Because with our perk points, if you order consecutively for 6 months, you get an additional 50 perk points, which is $50. So we're not giving them any extra money. Like us personally, our company's already doing that. We're just telling them, if you order another 3 months, because they'll finish their 3 months, and they add another 3 months, so 90 days, they just finished their 6 months, and our company's automatically giving them an additional 50 perk points, which is $50. So genius. And then if it's somebody who potentially, is going to be joining the business, or maybe we just think that they're going to be good at the business, you could say, hey, Jessica, I know your third month is shipping out soon, and I know you're loving your products. Not sure if you want to switch up triple threat or switch up for different products. I was curious if you were open to making extra money this year. I just love your personality, and I really do believe this would be a good fit for you. Instead of me making money, why don't we make money for yourself and get you free products? Are you open to learning more? I'm like, so simple, but I've never done that. And so the reminders, by putting them like in your calendar of your phone, will just like be going off. So you don't have to remember to, go follow up with whoever and blah, 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 because you did it in that moment that you signed the loyal customer. For me, I send the thank you card, and then I'm going to set these reminders. So it's just like, okay, 2 days later, follow up with Jessica real quick, text replacement, boom, done. Okay. And I'm like taking a lot for this. I hope this is helping. If this is helping, put a heart in the chat below, or a yes or something. What I really, 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 really recommend during promotion months is plan your day out the night before for the next day. This will help so much. What I personally do is I have my stories ready for the next morning. I go to the people, because I take other top income earner stories. We all do it. It's not stealing, it's sharing. And I screenshot them, ready to go. So it's the last thing in my images of my phone. So the next day, all I have to do is upload them. Done, ready to go. It takes the thought process of, what am I going to do today? What do I want to post about? Out, and I'm already like, go, 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 go. Just do it. Make sure that your Instagram and Facebook are synced together. If you don't know how to do that, that's in my 6 list video. The 3 posts for the next day. So I post 3 times on Facebook most of the time, and 1 time on Instagram, but a whole bunch of times throughout my story throughout the day. But the 3 posts that I have on my Facebook, so I'm more Facebook than Instagram, but the 3 posts I'm going to be posting about the next day, I have them all pre-planned out the night before. So I have them like, I write out the verbiage and everything, put them in the notes on my phone, pick out the photo, I already know what I'm doing, because 9 times out of 10, if I say like, oh, I'm at a theme park, I'm not at a theme park that time, because I don't want weirdos coming to that theme park finding me. And then, so I have all the posts ready to go, so that, let's say tomorrow, I haven't heard anything about it hurting your algorithm recently. I can ask Taylor, because she's like guru of all that kind of stuff. I'll ask her. But what was I saying about? Oh, because the next day when you're going to do your post, like you want to post like in the morning when people are having breakfast because people are looking at their phone, lunchtime, people are on break, after dinner time because people are kind of winding down for the days. Those are like good times to be posting. At nighttime around like 8 or 9 o'clock is real good because kids are already in bed. Many times people are just like, and they're scrolling and creeping on their page, and that's the other people's page. That's a perfect time for them to see a post like that. But your posts are already pre-planned the night before, so all you have to do is copy, paste, done. Interacting on your stories before you go to bed the night before will help your algorithm for the next morning for more people to be seeing it. So interacting with either using like a reaction to them or asking them a question. And then personal things that I like to do, I highly recommend doing things like this, is I set a timer for 10 minutes and I clean my house for 10 minutes, clean up my desk. I put all my papers on my desk on a pile because I want the next day to be a fresh start. I don't want any chaos happening. I try to do a little bit of cleaning. Whatever I get done in 10 minutes, that's it, and then I'm done. Whatever I don't do, I can do the next day. But at my desk is always, all my papers are like stacked up on my computer, ready to start a fresh day. Spend a couple time with God, and then I go to bed. But when you're showering, put on podcasts. When you're on the phone, listen to sermons, YouTube videos. Let's see. I think that was pretty much. When signing a distributor, always suggest still a pack for them to have their own results, because then you're not only getting a distributor, you're getting volume. Really important for promotional months. When signing a loyal customer, when signing a loyal customer at the very, very end of the conversation, like you already have their information, you're about to put them in the computer, at the very end, just throw in there, would you be interested in doing what I do and making extra money while using these products? Just throw it in there. Worst case scenario, they say no. Best case scenario, you just got yourself a distributor and somebody who's going to be ordering products. Never know. That's what Stephanie Dunn does. #1 income earner of her company. Ask the people who host a post for you. So if you already have, we all have those like 5 to 10 people who are consistently like, yeah, I'll post you. Yep, I'll do it. What can I post? I want to give something free. Ask those people to join your business with you, because they're already doing what you're doing, except for you're getting paid for what they're doing. They already know how to work the business. They know how to post. They're getting familiar. They see their friends are interested, and they're more likely to say yes. The first 15 days of the month, focus on just distributors. I'm talking your post-distributor opportunity posts, talking about your team, the fun, the freedom, the friendships, all that kind of stuff. Tell your story 100,000 times. Go live. Have people go live, do a live with you. Have them tell your story or their story. But talk about the business as much as you possibly can, and focus on getting distributors the first 15 days of the month. If you're not already boxed in for Diamond, that's your goal. Be boxed in for Diamond by the 15th. If you're already boxed in for Diamond, stack under your Diamond chart and be double stacked boxed in for Diamond, which just means there's 2 people under every box at least. It's just giving you a cushion. Oh, if you have giveaways, post about them multiple times throughout the week, different ways. So if you're doing like a $100 giveaway, like if your team, your upline's doing a $100 giveaway, let's say, do different photos of like maybe you holding a Starbucks and be like $100 Starbucks gift card giveaway. Really, it's probably $100 like Venmo to them. They can use on whatever they want. You can be like $100 Target gift card giveaway, but different types of things that you're going to be talking about giving it away, and that it might spark interest with one person that may not the other one. But then maybe you talk about $100 in a spa day. That would spark interest in me. I'd be like, I'm in. But if someone said $100 Starbucks, I'm like, I don't even drink Starbucks. Nah. So posting about the giveaways multiple times. Instead of saying, are you interested? Say, this may or may not be for you, but can I send you info? Like if you're saying, there's 2 things you gotta take out of your vocabulary, and tell this to your teams. Take out, are you interested? And let me know. Because if you're asking someone, are you interested in the hair, skin, and nails? No. If they commented on something of yours, they're interested. If they looked at something of yours, they're probably interested. Don't ask that. It's kind of like a universal, like, they're interested. Just tell them about it and then say, are you open to knowing more? Or can I send you information? Share your story over and over and over and over and over again, different ways. If you don't have an elaborate story, that's okay. Because right now you're writing your story. Tell somebody else's story. Memorize a couple other leader stories and tell theirs. Okay. I'm going to leave that because that was so much. I'm so sorry, but I hope that helps because that's like people wanted like specifics of how, you can take your business to the next level. And I'm just going to end it with showing up. So look on your eSuite. If there's a try it event around you, go to it. If it's within the same state as you, even if it's like 5 hours away, drive to it. Telling you it's worth it. Power hours. If you didn't know, you can actually go into like your team pages. A lot of people don't know this, and it definitely makes a big difference. So I'm going to really, really quickly show you this. So this is like our team page. If you scroll up and you go right there, see that little button right there that says sort? If you click that button, it'll say recent posts. And if you click that, it'll then put all of your posts in order from the most recent that was just posted. So what you can do is you can go back in here and make sure that A, you haven't missed something for the month. And B, a lot of times people are going to be posting about like power hour. Hey, power hour in 10 minutes. Anyone want to hop on? So if you have a couple minutes during the day, go in there and see if somebody's doing a power hour. Or ask in the chats like, hey, is anyone doing a power hour? Or maybe do your own power hour. As a emerging diamond, you got to be doing your own power hours. And get to Green Carpet. If you're going to Green Carpet, I can't wait to like hug every single one of you guys. If you're not going to Green Carpet, make sure that you bought your live ticket because you want to be present in that because you don't want to miss anything about it. But just take the initiative. I'm ending it right here. Take the initiative and do it first before somebody else asks you, if that makes sense. Make your own power hours, do your own opportunity events, and we'll do them with you. So if you need help or anything like that, but take the initiative to ask, like, hey, you want to do this with us? Or, hey, can you do a dual live with me and share your story with my friends on my page? Go live, do short videos in your team pages, in your team chats. You are an emerging leader. We want you to take that next step and step up into that role. We're going to be really holding you accountable and taking you outside your comfort zone probably and saying, hey, can you just do a 5-minute video real quick or a 2-minute video in the team chat real quick about steps to success? Or like, hey, can you just give me some like motivation real quick? Can you go put it in the team chat, team page? Just tell for all of us. And make sure that if there's anything that like we're tagging you in like our team pages, tag your teams in them. And even if they're not a personally enrolled underneath you, anybody that's underneath your chart that is in the business still, like they don't have to even be like working the business. Some people are kind of like creeping on in our team chat. And they're like, I'm here, I'm not really doing anything. Still tag them because they're still watching. But you as the emerging diamond, go and tag everybody underneath your downline so that they don't miss out on the things that are happening in our team pages that we're doing for you guys as VIP leaders. And then watch YouTube videos. I'm telling you, 95% of what I've learned is through YouTube videos. And it's taking the initiative to just watch them. When I got rid of my cable and just started watching YouTube videos, that's when my business started to change. I shut off cable, and then Netflix is when I went diamond, is when I was like, none whatsoever. But when I wanted to watch TV, I said, okay, no, I'm not gonna watch TV. I'm gonna watch a training video. And so I made a podcast for you guys, and I'll put it also in our chat. I made a podcast of, I think there's like 10 to 12 different videos of leaders who have talked about going diamond in 9 days, going diamond in 30 days, going diamond in 90 days, what you have to do to go diamond, like all the different things that all are associated to diamond. And what I challenge you guys to do is to go in there once a day and start watching one. Or maybe once every other day, whatever is obtainable to you. Again, set realistic expectations, but crush them. Maybe it's watch 3 of them a week, but go and watch every single one of them so that you know all these different things. And you're going to be getting lots of different ideas and tips and all these things. And even like I just like flooded you guys with a whole bunch of different tips that I learned from other leaders. And you don't have to do every single one of them, but you just have to do something different because what you were doing before wasn't working. You got to take that next step and try something different. You never know if it's going to work for you unless you try. And then just be listening to podcasts, doing your self-development, because everything in this business is mindset. And we've learned that in the last couple months of this business, that if your mind isn't right, your business isn't right. But the only way to get your mind right is to do your self-development, listen to podcasts, watch sermons, pour in, show up, be consistent, and just taking the initiative. And I'm telling you guys, massive action, massive results. And I'm so freaking excited for every single one of us to be leveling up in our business, and everybody to be diamond, and Courtney, Rachel, and I to be presidential. So, okay, I'm done. I'll shut up.
Hey guys, Megan, that was awesome. That was so much fire. And Courtney, that was fire. You guys are bringing the boom. So I know that it's getting a little bit late. So I'm just going to be like, and it's just going to be crazy. So I'm probably going to start talking really, really fast. So if you guys are like, oh my gosh, she's talking so fast. Megan just went over a lot of stuff. So I'm just going to kind of end this with like mindset, energy, stuff like that. And really what you guys need to be just feeling and thinking. And like, I love talking about this stuff. So if you're like not naked or anything, could you guys put your video on? Because it just helps me connect to you guys a little bit more. And even if you are naked, we're all girls, who cares? But it just really helps me to connect with you guys and like look you in the faces, because, you know, this group is really special. Like, we're all such a special group, and you guys are a special group. Like, hold on, somebody's unmuted. Let me see it. I don't think I'm not the host. Sorry. So whoever, let me see. Okay, I think we're good now. Yay. Okay, so if you guys don't know me, I know some of you guys don't know who I am or my story, but I'll just tell you real quick. Like, I told my enroller, like, when I first joined, I was so busy, you guys, that I was like, there's no way that I can like make more than 200 in that business. She was like, yeah, my cousin's making like 14,000 a month, and that's why I joined. And I was like, I mean, cool, that's good for her, but like, that'll never be me. And I was truly that person that was like, I'm probably just going to sign up some customers. Like, I don't even really want to sign distributors. So when I found out that you signed up distributors in this business, I was like, oh, like, no. So I asked my enroller, I was like, can I just like not sign distributors? Like, is that a thing? Could I just kind of like sign up some customers? And she was like, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I guess. And so I was like, dude, like, that's what I'm going to do. And then things really started changing, you know, in those first like 6 months of my business, like hearing people's stories and hearing how like there was other college students like me, like Courtney Bohr, that was making tons of money in this business. And I was like, you know what, like, maybe I can actually push myself to do that, because if she can do it, like, why not me? And so stories are just so important. So telling your story like relentlessly every single day while doing this push, you guys, is so important. You're going to have that one person that's literally going to just resonate so hard with your story, or maybe you share a story of somebody else's, but don't go one day the next 60 days without sharing some type of story, whether it's your story or somebody else's, whether you put it on your post or your Facebook story or Instagram story. Like, make that such a commitment where you're sharing somebody's story, if not your own, every single day. Like, that's going to be huge. So the stuff that I wanted to talk about with you guys is, and we kind of went over it a little bit, but increasing your efforts. And really though, what I want to talk about, like, because we kind of already went over a lot of increasing your efforts. You guys already know that. You know that, like, if you do a 6 list, when you're pushing for a $2,000 paycheck, that push is going to be different than what you did to go Ruby. Okay. Your push for Ruby is going to look very different than your push for Diamond. Your push for Diamond it's got to be, 3-4 times maxing what you've done over the last few months. So whatever you're doing, just do 3 to 4 times more than what you're doing. And there was a comment earlier, where somebody was like, hey, can I like watch TV with my husband? And I know Courtney answered this. Like, that's something that you guys have to talk about. That's something that you have to have a conversation about. Like, hey, if I don't watch TV with you for the next 30 days, but I'm going to be bringing in $2,000 a month and we're going to dream really big together, is that okay? And you might be surprised about what their answer is, because I'll tell you guys right now, when I decided that I was pushing for Diamond, I was like, that's it. I've been sitting at Emerald for too long. I've been doubting myself for too long. I looked right at my family, and I even looked at myself in the mirror, and I had that conversation with them, like, please don't invite me out. I talked with, a couple of my local friends, like, don't invite me out this month. I am literally going balls to the wall, and I don't want to be tempted with going out, because here's the thing, you guys, you feel so motivated right now. You feel like I can do it. And you know what? You can, but there's going to be that moment, like Megan was saying, the last couple days of the month, you are going to come to that crossroads. You're going to come to that crossroad, and you're going to be like, okay, do I push 10 times harder? Do I put my foot on the gas 10 times more? Or am I just going to like slow down because I feel like I'm too far? Every single promotion, you guys, it's like the last 4 days of the month. I swear it's like it happens every time. You get this feeling where it's like, can this actually happen? I want you guys to decide right now, and this is like Megan said, I'm speaking to myself right now because I know it's coming. I know it's coming when I'm going to sit there and I'm just going to turn into a puddle. Like, can this actually happen? And I want you guys to realize right now that it is a law. I don't know what it is. It's like a law of God in the universe that when you're at that crossroads and you're sitting there staring at your chart, because it's going to happen. You're going to come to that point where you're like, how the frick is this going to come together? How is this going to happen? And you're going to have person after person saying, nope, can't order till next week. Nope, can't order till next week. Sorry, can't order till next week. And I want you guys to, I'm getting chills literally thinking about it right now. There's a part in my favorite movie. I don't know if you guys have seen Rocky Balboa. We just watched it as a team last week on Zoom. It is my favorite movie of all time. And there's one part in that movie that changed my life forever. And I really, if you haven't seen it or you don't know what I'm talking about, I can put the link in our chat so you guys can watch it because this is so important. This is the mentality and the attitude that you guys have to adopt while pushing for this promotion. It is the part when they're in the ring and, it's a boxing movie, right? So like they just went at it. Rocky is like this underdog that everybody was like counting out. They were like, he's not going to last 3 rounds. He's some dude from the Philly streets. Like, he's going up against the champion of boxing, the world champion of boxing, and he got this lucky break. And everybody's like, he's not even going to last 3 rounds. But yet he goes the distance, all 15 rounds. Everyone's freaking out, like, who is this no-name coming out of nowhere going 15 rounds with the superior athlete? And Apollo and him are both just exhausted, right? And Apollo comes up, and they're like, like sparring, doing whatever they're doing. And Apollo knocks him right on his feet. He just like gets laid out, okay? And Apollo puts his hands up and he's already celebrating, right? Because he's like, oh, it's done. Like, it's over. I knocked him out. And Apollo's celebrating. And then he turns around and he sees Rocky barely getting up. Rocky's like pulling himself up literally with every ounce of energy he has in his body. He's pulling himself up. And I will never forget Apollo's face. Apollo's face was like literally his arms coming back down, like, total shock. Like, this man is still getting up. This man is still standing. You guys, this will happen in your business, whether it's going for diamond, whether it's going for double, but it's going to happen right before your breakthrough. Right before your breakthrough, it's going to happen. And you have to decide right now, what road am I going to go? Am I just going to say, whatever, I'm just going to throw in the towel? Or am I going to push forward? I'm going to put my foot on the gas. And it's so weird, you guys. I've seen it happen not only in my business, but so many other times too, when people put their foot on the gas and they're like, whatever, I'm sacrificing another hour of sleep tonight. I'm exhausted. Everyone's saying no. I'm putting in another hour. I'm doing this. I'm sprinting until the very last second because it's not over till it's over. Okay? It's not over till it's over. You could have 24 hours left in the month and you're like, dang, I'm 1,000 in volume away. This isn't happening. Your brain has to switch real quick and you have to go, you know what? I got 24 hours. I can sleep after I go diamond. So I'm going to message, 200 more people. I'm going to get 10 more hosts to post up. And it is in that moment, you guys, it's in those 24 hours that you feel like it's going to be the most stressful, crazy 24 hours of your entire life. And everybody has said no before that. And you're feeling that weight of like, will this actually happen? It's in that moment that you get that one person who posts for you and it gets 40 comments. Real story. It happened to me when I was going double and when I was going triple. Like, the amount of times I cried during that month of that push, you guys, it was the biggest emotional roller coaster of my life. It was celebrating one day, the next day I was crying, wondering if it was going to happen. Celebrating the next day, it was like that the entire month, but it was a steady push nonetheless. Every single day, it was a steady push. And it was literally in those moments where I had, if I wanted to go outside and take a walk for 5 minutes, do what you have to do, but do not stop until the very last second. Because I'm telling you right now, I personally believe that God really honors that. I just believe that. I believe that things just come together in ways that you're like, how? How did this person just come out of the woodworks messaging me wanting the triple threat, and for her and her husband bringing me 400 BV when there's 3 hours left of the month? How did this even happen? It's like totally a mystery, but it's only going to happen if you put your foot on the gas, you guys. Like, do not let up. Don't let up. Put your foot on the gas until the very last second and do things that challenge you. And I'm going to end with this story because I know we're getting on like an hour and a half. This is a true story, and it's super crazy, and I can't even believe that it happened, but I'm going to tell it to you guys because I want you guys to do things this month in the next 60 days that scare the freaking crap out of you. Even if it has nothing to do with the business, I want you to start exercising that muscle because I saw it right now. Who said it? They were like, lives make me want to pee my pants. You're going to need to go live like twice a week if you want to hit diamond, Courtney. You need to do things that literally scare the crap out of you. Or even like Megan said, go live every morning about a product. If it scares you, that's the exact thing that you need to focus on. Because guess what? If you start feeling that fear, which those times you will, then if you don't have that muscle already worked, you're going to resort to the easy route. So you have to literally train your brain like a muscle and train your fear muscle to where you're like, you know what? This is a little scary. Reaching out to people is a little scary, but I did something scary 2 weeks ago that was a heck of a lot more scary than this. So this is not a big deal. So here's my story. It's pretty crazy. One time I blitzed an airplane. And if you guys are like, what the frick? Like, what do you mean? Yes. Okay. So it was after my very first event. I went to Green Carpet. It was my first event. And I was kind of a new Emerald. I think I had promoted to Emerald maybe like a month or so before that. But I went to my first event and it blew me away. I was like, wow, this is just like so incredible. I was super inspired. And I just remember sitting on the plane and I was sitting there and I was probably like 5 or 6 rows from the front of the plane and it was all dark. And I was just sitting there listening to, I don't know if anybody here knows who Bass Nectar is, but that's like one of my favorite artists. And so I was listening to one of his songs and there's this song that it just repeats over and over and over. He's like an EDM artist, but it repeats over and over. There is nothing in life that I can't achieve. There's nothing in life that I can't achieve. And I just remember like, just hearing these stories of these triples and these presidentials and these super just successful people. And it clicked in me like they really did things that made them uncomfortable. I was hearing that theme over and over in that event. Like they were doing things out of their comfort zone. And one girl was really preaching. I'll never forget it. She was like, if you're going to try to stay in your comfort zone, forget promoting. And I was like, dang, that just like really hit me. So I'm sitting there just like thinking of this and whatever. And so then like, you guys know how sometimes if you might think of like hypothetical scenarios, like if you're just like, what would happen if I did that? And you're like, oh, I would never do that though. Like, that's so like weird. So I was thinking to myself, like, what would it be like to like stand up in front of this plane and like say something about my business? I was like, no, that would never happen. Literally just like joking with myself in my head, you know? I was like, that would never happen. And then I was really thinking about it as I was listening to this song, and I was like, well, I mean, it'd be kind of funny if I just like asked, you know, the stewardess. I was like, it'd be kind of funny if I at least asked her. You know, she'd probably tell me no, but I mean, if I can just, and I was literally battling back and forth in my head for like 10 minutes, like, what if she says yeah? Like, what am I gonna do? And I was like, no, just at least ask. It'll be funny. So I was like, all right, well, you know, if I can ask her, at least I can just, you know, get over this conversation in my head and I can just, you know, tell myself, okay, whatever, at least you asked her, so you kind of were courageous. So thinking that she would just tell me straight up, no, we don't allow that. She starts to walk by and I was like, excuse me. And then she's like, yes. And I was like, and I kind of like motioned her, you know, down because I wanted to say something. And I was like, do you guys ever let people like make announcements or anything like on the front? Literally just expecting her to be like, oh no, I'm sorry, we don't do that. She goes, sure, what do you want to say? And I was like, oh, I was like, oh, sorry, hold on. Oh my gosh, this is my husband like pulling up my phone. I was like, I just have like a short announcement about like a business that I do. And she was like, yeah. And then she literally just like kept on walking. And I was like, what have I just done? What did I just do? What did I just ask her? Oh my gosh. How? And I was like, am I dreaming? Like, why am I doing this? So then literally it was probably about 5 or so minutes later when we were kind of ascending, she literally flips on the lights. It's a full plane of like 176 people. She flips on the lights and she just like motions for me to come like this. And I'm like thinking that I'm like out of body, that I'm like not like, it's like not me. I'm like, what's going on? And I stand up and I go to the front and my heart is literally pounding. And you guys, even telling you this story, I'm like, how did this even happen? Like, what? They don't even like let this, like, what the heck? And so I'm sitting there like not knowing what I'm going to say at all. I'm like, this was kind of a joke that I wanted to do. Like, why is she even letting me do this? And so she tells me like, okay, when I give you the phone, you just like push that button, because you know how they have the phone thing. She's like, push that button and just say whatever you want to say. And literally, I'm like, I can't even believe she's letting me do this. But I did have my It Works shirt on and my logo stuff. So maybe she's like, okay, she's like legit. And so she was like, okay, she got on it. She's like, we have a young lady here who would like to announce something to all of you. So if you could please give her your attention. And I'm standing there, and you guys, I don't even fully remember exactly what I said. I think I was just like, there's a brand new product to market, and it instead of like a surgical procedure, it helps to tighten and tone, you know, the skin. And so we're just really looking to get the word out. So I'll be out, you know, by the terminal after we land if you'd like some more information with some business cards. Thank you. And I went and I sat down, and I was like, my heart was literally pounding, and I was like, oh my gosh. And when I went up to stand there, you guys, every head just popped up and the whole plane was like brightly lit, and everyone, and I'm just literally like, what is life? So I want you guys to guess. And I told this story to my team. So some people who are on my team here might know this, but okay, when I got off that plane and I had my little business cards ready, right? Just like got off the plane, I'm standing there. I want you guys to guess in the chat how many people came up to me wanting information. I just want you to guess. Yeah, try it out. You never know. I'm like still shocked that they let me do that. It doesn't have to be a crazy guess, but I just want you guys to guess how many people came up. And it was a full plane of literally almost 200 people. Okay, I'll tell you guys, 0. Literally nobody. They just all walked right past me. And I'm like standing there with my cards, like just smiling at them, you know, like just thinking at least maybe one person, like, you know, the older lady, like maybe it would intrigue her. Maybe she would come up to me and be like, what was that thing you were talking about? No, not one person. Literally, they just all just, and I'm just sitting there. But guess what, you guys? I was so ecstatic. I was like literally on cloud nine. Like, I can't believe I just did that. I was like, what in the world? So after that, guess what? Talking to people on social media became a breeze. Like literally just comparing that to like that. I mean, I didn't care that nobody came up to me. I was like, I can freaking do whatever anybody tells me in this business now. Like, I'll message everybody. Like, that's definitely not as scary as this. So my point is, you definitely don't have to go blitz a plane. I mean, you can try, but when you're doing those things, when you're literally doing something that like scares you, instead of like retracting away from it, press into it, push into it, do it. You're not gonna die. I promise you. You're gonna be scared crapless, and you're just gonna want to be like, but literally, like, it's going to help train that muscle to where when you have that moment of like, should I reach out to this person? Should I prospect them? Should I, you know, ask them if they're interested? That fear might come up a little bit, but it's just going to be like, whatever. Whereas before it might have consumed you, and it might have been like, no, I just won't, you know? So I would really want to challenge you guys to just over the next like 30 to 60 days, do at least 1 or 2 things every single week that just scare you, that just make you feel like, man, that's just totally out of my comfort zone, and do it. Doesn't matter if you fail at it. It doesn't matter what the outcome is. The point is that you're just progressing and you're building that fear muscle. And this is, like I said, I'm preaching to myself too, because just because that happened once doesn't mean I still don't deal with fear. I do all the time. And so those days where I'm like, you know, am I really like on my game for going live today? Like, should I really go live? Or I know, but it's probably other stuff in my head, like just wondering about what people are going to think, or, you know, whatever, all this crazy stuff that we just like think in our head. Those are the days that I'm like, you know what? Okay, nope, I just need to press the button and I just need to do it. And so I just wanted to end kind of with that story and to tell you guys that, and to encourage you, like, just do the freaking scary stuff and do just the things that we do to grow our business. And I promise you guys, you're going to see some major growth in yourself. Major growth. Like, I'm just so excited to see how you guys grow mentally, emotionally, business wise, with your confidence. Like it all becomes a full package. So that's all I got. So I'll hand it back over to either Megan or Courtney if you guys want to end it.
Okay, you were talking about something and it just like hit me because I sent this to my team this week and I've been thinking about it like all week because I read it in The Circle Maker. I don't know if any of y'all have read that book, but you literally said like what it was talking about, because at the end of the month where it's like those last couple of days and you're like, okay, I need that much volume, but like I know it can happen because other people have done it, but like, can I do it? And it's like this back and forth in your head. But you said like God will make crazy things happen. And so in this book, the title of this like whatever topic is called The Game of Chicken. It said, God must love the game of chicken because he plays it with us all the time. He has this habit of waiting until the very last moment to answer our prayer to see if we will chicken out or pray through. Like, y'all, literally, like he's waiting. Like we were talking all month that we're going to hit this promotion. And in that last day when we still need 1,000 in volume, like, are we going to chicken out or are we going to be like, okay, I've been trusting all month long. Like I can trust through these next 12 hours, you know? Okay. Will we chicken out or will we pray through? If we chicken out, we will miss out on the miracle. If we pray through, God will come through, but it may well be the very last moment possible. Like that just like gives me chills because it's happened to so many people in promotions. And I think we get to a promotion and we're like, yeah, but that won't happen to me. Like that was a miracle for them, but like that won't happen for me, and like questioning it. But really, like you'll never know if you just give up before that last second when God's testing your faith. Like, so you have to have the strong enough faith to be like, okay, no matter what, I'm going to trust all the way till midnight of that last day of the month. And if it doesn't happen, okay, God's will, but it might happen in those last 2 freaking hours of the month. And so I just had to share that because you were talking about that and it hit me because I read that this week.
That's so awesome. I love it.
Dude, you guys have spoke so much into myself. I'm hoping everybody else. You guys felt that this has been helpful. Drop some hearts in the comments below. And I'm just going to end this with telling you guys, don't forget to do the basics of just like wearing your gear. That could be huge. People will come to you and just be like, mine says live in the dream. I literally had somebody yesterday, I wore this yesterday and today, but I had somebody be like, what do you mean live in the dream? Like, what are you doing? I'm like, let me tell you. And so I remember when I started this business, I heard Jocelyn, I think it was Jocelyn Gates. She said she only had one shirt and she wore that shirt over and over and over and over and over again. And she was working a job at the time and she had to wear a black shirt. So she would take it was like the regular It Works. It just said It Works. That's all. She would take her shirt, make it inside out, and that was her work shirt that was black. And then she would put it back over when she was like on her breaks. So when she was off of work, it would say It Works. And she said she wore that because she didn't have money to buy. And it could be the wrong person, but I'm pretty sure it was Jocelyn. But she didn't have money to buy multiple different shirts. So you don't have to have 20 different shirts. Just have one shirt, one that just says It Works. The very generic one is the best one because the saying that people are going to be like is what works. And it's a way to start the conversation. But she wore that shirt until that shirt literally had holes in it. And she said she wore it so much that it had holes in it to where she had to put a black tank top underneath it because it was still had holes in it. But she wore a black tank top so people couldn't see the holes in it. That's dedication. And so I challenge you guys to take out your stuff. Obviously be yourself. And if you want to add some style to your closet and all that, awesome. But challenge yourself to wear something It Works every single day. If it's leggings, if it's a top, if it's a pin, if it's a purse, something. If you don't have anything It Works, hopefully you do by now, but if you don't have anything with It Works on it, you have Blitz cards in your starter kit, and put a Blitz card in a laminated thing and wear that lanyard around your neck every single day. That's what I did for the first 90 days of my business. I had a lanyard around my neck where my mom was like, is that like a collar? Like, you need to take that off. And so, and then don't forget, you were talking about the last minute of the month. Don't forget, a lot of people don't know this, is the end of the month, the last minute is 11:59 Central Time, which is, if you're Eastern Time, is actually 12:59 Eastern Time. So always go with your time zones and everything, and know that sometimes you have a little bit more time depending on your time zone. So keep that in mind. And I'll end it with, I asked Pam Souter when I sat down with a VIP lunch with her recently, and I asked her, what is a suggestion that you have for us to bring in more customers, to have higher enrollments, all these different things. Like, well, give me some Pam, speak to me. And she said, I can simplify it in the easiest way. The more people you ask, the more opportunities you get, the more enrollments you'll have. Period. And she just kind of walked away. And I was like, I was looking for tips. And then I kind of, in that night, I literally, it just like all hit me. It's so true. This business is simplified into ask more people, get more results, period. And so massive action, massive results. I'm so excited to be able to welcome all of you guys to the Diamond and Above chats and all that kind of stuff on or before October 28th. And if you guys have any questions or anything like that, reach out to all of us. And I'm just going to end us in prayer. And so if you guys want to close your eyes, dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this opportunity for us to be able to connect, especially with technology and all over the world, and connect with different goals of ours, but yet same mindset of we all want more. We receive more, we ask for more, and we know that the more we get is the more we're able to give. And Lord, we ask for you to give us guidance, give us strength, give us an opportunity to be able to help so many people. And Lord, we know that we're going to have ups and downs in this business, but we know that you are greater than any down, and you'll always allow us to come up from it. Lord, we ask for you to wrap your arms around our business, around our lives. And I pray over every single one of you guys that are on this Zoom and watching the replay of this Zoom, for abundance in the next 90 days of your life and of your business, to be able to see things and experience things that you've never experienced before, because you're going to be getting out of your comfort zone and pouring into the Lord more. And in return, it's going to be changing your life, and it's going to give you opportunities that you never even thought was imaginable. Lord, we are so excited for the next chapter in our lives, and we receive it. We ask for guidance, and we love you, Lord. Amen. Okay. Bye, guys. Get to work. Let's do this. Level up, level up, level up.